I guess we've all seen enough pictures in the news over the last few weeks to know that thousands of people in Sudan are at risk of starvation. They face a slow and painful death in an area of desert and bush 4 times the size of Britain. For these people, hunger's become their way of life, if you can call it living, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every week, until they get the food, the medicines and the help that they need. In the next few minutes, I'll try to explain what we can all do to help. The pictures we've seen have shown the terrible effects of both drought and 15 years of civil war on a very proud people. Despite being reduced to foraging and struggling for grains in the dust, they've not lost their dignity. We've seen mothers walking with their children for days, hoping to find help. Imagine doing that with your own children. Even when they reach the feeding stations, there are no guarantees. Sometimes the food, medicine and clean water they so desperately need just aren't there. And these are the lucky ones, if you can call them that, the ones just healthy enough to reach the feeding centre, who may have left weaker members of their families behind in remote villages. The dying we don't see, the dying we'll never know about. The information we do have comes from the aid agencies, the haunting images from television news. Here's what News at 10's Michael Nicholson found at an aid camp at a village called Panacea in southern Sudan.
Sunrise at Panacea. Already it is hot. They wake their children and douse their fires. The daily ritual of survival is about to begin. 5 miles away, 11-year-old Andeth Nyang leaves her village carrying her 2-year-old brother Nyanlan. Her cousins go with her. They'll spend the day as every day at Panacea. Nowhere else has food. Nianat Adim has walked much further, 2 months of walking to escape from government troops. Her husband was killed the day she left. She carries the twins, has 3 older children, and is pregnant with another. The queue outside Panacea is longer than yesterday. The orphans come in first, then the mothers and their children. The men are kept outside. They forage where they can. The old suffer terribly. They are at the end of the line, the least food, the least attention. Some will already have had their last meal.
The aid workers are the people having to make what can only be called life and death decisions when medicines are so scarce. They're forced to make the cruelest of choices.
It's deciding who to feed and who not to feed. Having to admit some of them and having to make a decision to send some of them away who look as needy as even the ones we are getting in. That's, it's tough on us.
The outside world still say, well, it's not really as bad as Ethiopia. It's not as bad as Somalia. How many people do we need to die before we can say it is that bad?
The aid agencies have been working in this region for more than 10 years, but right now the situation is so critical they just don't have enough money to provide all the help that's needed. And with the rainy season having started, time's running out. The leading UK aid agencies are working together and appealing to the British public for funds to bring urgent help to Sudan. The Disasters Emergency Committee needs money right now to buy the 4 basic items. Food in the form of high-energy biscuits and grain. Clean water. Just £6 will allow water to be filtered to guard against diseases like cholera, which can spread so easily in overcrowded camps. Your money is needed to buy tools to build proper sanitation systems and keep away those killer diseases. And it'll also pay for medicine, so desperately needed, especially by the most vulnerable, children and the elderly. You can give money now by phoning the Special Appeals Hotline, which is open 24 hours a day. Just ring 0990 22 22 33. That's 0990 22 22 33. Please have your credit card or debit card like Switch ready. Or you can make a donation in any high street bank or post office, or you can send cheques direct to the appeal at Sudan Crisis Appeal, PO Box 999, London EC3A 9AA. That's Sudan Crisis Appeal, PO Box 999, London EC3A 9AA. You can also find the address on CFAX, page 620. I happen to believe that given the right opportunity, people do help other people who are in need. I've been given the opportunity to help by talking to you now. And here's your opportunity. Whatever you can afford really will make a difference to the people of Sudan. Thanks very much.